It was a calm summer afternoon in northeastern Utah. The sun was shining bright and the birds were chirping. I had just arrived at the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, a place that had been the subject of many mysterious and disturbing stories. I was a journalist and had been assigned to investigate the strange occurrences that had been reported on the ranch for decades. As I drove down the long dirt road leading to the ranch, I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The ranch was surrounded by a tall barbed wire fence with signs warning trespassers to stay away. I parked my car and made my way to the front gate, where I was greeted by a man named Tom, the current owner of the ranch. Tom was a tall, rugged man with a thick beard and piercing blue eyes. He had bought the ranch a few years ago, hoping to turn it into a peaceful retreat for himself and his family. However, he soon realized that there was something sinister lurking on the property. As we walked around the ranch, Tom told me about the strange occurrences that had been happening since he moved there. Cattle would often go missing without a trace, strange lights and orbs were seen in the sky, and his family would hear eerie howling noises at night. But the most disturbing of all was the sighting of a creature that seemed to be a mix between a wolf and a human, known as a skinwalker. According to Native American legends, skinwalkers were shapeshifters with the ability to transform into any animal they desired. They were said to be powerful and malevolent beings capable of causing great harm to those who crossed their path. The ranch was located on land that was considered sacred to the Native American tribes in the area, and it was believed that the skinwalkers were drawn to the energy of the land. As we continued our walk, Tom suddenly stopped and pointed to a large tree in the distance. He told me that this was where he had first encountered the skinwalker. He had been out hunting with his son when they saw a large, dark figure lurking in the shadows. Tom's son had fired his gun at the creature, but it seemed to vanish into thin air. The stories I had heard about the ranch suddenly felt very real as I stood in the same spot where Tom had his encounter. I couldn't help but feel a chill run down my spine. As the sun began to set, Tom and I made our way back to the main house. He invited me to stay for dinner and to experience the ranch at night. I accepted his offer, eager to see if I could witness any of the paranormal activity that had been reported. After dinner, Tom's wife and children retired for the night while Tom and I sat outside, keeping watch. As the night went on, we heard strange noises coming from the surrounding woods. Tom told me that it was probably just coyotes, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something else was out there. Suddenly, we heard a loud howling noise that seemed to be coming from all directions. Tom's dogs started barking furiously and my heart started racing. I could feel the hair on the back of my neck stand up as I looked around, trying to catch a glimpse of whatever was making the noise. Just then, we saw a large figure emerge from the woods. It wasn't anything I had ever witnessed before. It had the body of a wolf, but its eyes were glowing bright red and it stood on its hind legs like a human. Tom and I froze, unable to believe what we were seeing. The creature let out another howl before disappearing into the darkness. Tom and I quickly made our way back inside, both shaken by what we had just witnessed. We stayed up the rest of the night, discussing the strange occurrences on the ranch and trying to come up with explanations for what we had seen. As the sun rose the next morning, I said my goodbyes to Tom and left the ranch. I couldn't stop thinking about the skinwalker and the terrifying experience I had just had. The stories I had heard about the ranch were no longer just rumors. I had seen the proof with my own eyes. To this day, I still can't explain what I saw on the Skinwalker Ranch. But one thing is for sure, the ranch holds many secrets and mysteries that continue to intrigue and haunt those who dare to visit.